For my SWOT analysis, I visited Vistique Boutique in the Five Points area, and it is a trendy women's boutique with a lot of cute clothes that are in style, and I went on Monday, March 25th. And so as soon as I went to Vistique, I noticed that there were a lot of strengths. So the location is actually on a street corner, which makes it great for people passing by and people driving because it's one of the first things they notice. It pops out of the street corner, which gives it a great strength because unlike the other boutiques, they're kind of hidden away. And also, as soon as I walked into the boutique, I noticed that the customer service was great from the start. I got greeted immediately, and the employee actually followed me around the store and helped grab every item that I picked up and put it in the fitting room for me. And she really tended to every one of my needs along with every other consumer in the store that I noticed. And also when I was inside the store, I noticed that the interior had a very good color schemes. Everything flowed well together. It wasn't really mismatched at all, and it had a really just good layout. But I did notice some things that the clothing, there was a little too much stock, so it did seem a little cluttered, but otherwise than that, it was very good layout flow. And also another strength for Vistique is they're very fashion forward. They have all the new trends that are coming from the runways, knockoffs, everything. So it's really good for consumers who want to purchase items at a lower cost. And then also, unfortunately, there were some weaknesses that I noticed from the store when I did the SWOT analysis. From the exterior, there actually was a very big lack of parking, and in the Five Points area, you have to pay for parking too, which kind of makes consumers not want to go as much because they don't want to pay for parking if they're going to go shop and pay for clothing. And I really think that the Five Points area needs to actually expand their parking because a lot more consumers will go into the stores. And also I realized that they do have a limited stock of clothing, which is a big weakness. So I think they would have 3 smalls, 2 mediums, 2 larges, and an extra large in each item. And that really is tough for consumers who want to come in and buy multiple of the item, but they can't if, let's say they only have 3 smalls and the next consumer comes in and says, hey, I want to get this item, but I can't because it's sold out now. And also the clothing doesn't cater to all ages of women. It's just around the college age, like 16 to 25, I would say. So if younger teenagers or older women want to shop there, it doesn't really cater to them, which is definitely a big weakness for this boutique. And also, like I said earlier, there actually is a very small interior of the store, which makes it seem kind of pushed in and cluttered. And I think if they could expand that, then they could grab a lot more stock and it would help a lot. And also when I noticed when I was in the store, when I was trying to complete an outfit, they had really no accessories or shoes, which was a big weakness because when people want to go shop in a boutique, they do want to find shoes and accessories to pair with clothing items. And also for some opportunities that I noticed for the SWOT analysis, like I said, they could expand the interior, which would lead to a lot less clutter and make it seem much more bigger and efficient for consumers to walk through. And I think also another opportunity would be for more advertisements and promotions, so more publicity to get their name out there so more consumers could come to their store instead of other boutiques. And also hosting local designers is a really big opportunity for them because I think Columbia is such like a helping local people and local vendors, and if they could do that, it would bring in a lot more profit and money and also helping the Columbia community. And also I think that if they host various events like sorority events and events for local causes, that'll really boost their profit and make their name more well known. And then the last thing is threats that I had for my SWOT analysis, and a clear threat is all the other competitors around them, such as Wildflower, Dakota's, Evero. That's a huge threat because they have clothing at lower cost, and it's the same exact item that they have at Vistique, so consumers are going to go to those other boutiques and get it at a lower price. And also another threat that I noticed was that they knock off high-end retailers, which could become a legal issue down the road for this boutique. And I really think that it was a good experience going to visit Vistique. I really do love this boutique, but there's also a lot of things that they could work on. And I think that if they work on some of the things that I suggested, that it could really be one of the most popular and most profitable boutiques in 5 Points.